getting dicey.
Is it? Oh.
No, it is. It would have been fine. Sorry. Do any of our viewers like kind of play around with music? Could they cut together like a Revenant Army, Seven Nation Army kind of mashup?
What's Seven Nation Army?
The song.
I also don't
What
know.
song?
How does it?
Oh my god! Sorry that it
I
wasn't
know that
released on a
song.
fucking B-side in a Tokyo record
No,
shop.
I know it.
1974.
Isn't it by the White Stripes, or am I?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
So it was a global smash. I don't know how you would have avoided it.
The music video has like marching skeletons in it, doesn't it?
Oh, really?
Oh, again, it's right in your wheelhouse.
Hey, I got this poster.
Oh, a poster?
It'll be Jack
I
White,
don't know if
won't
you can
it?
see this.
By the way, Hoju the Elder resubscribed for 13 months.
Wow.
Get the pliers out for that.
Thank you,
Blind
Hoju.
Okay.
You see
That's
that?
cool. Yeah.
Is it smoking?
Yeah, it's smoking. It's by Van Gogh.
What?
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Don't know why you rolled it up and put it in cellophane. That seems like a bit of a blow.
I know. I should put it on my wall.
Very good.
You misheard him. He said Stango. Different guy.
Van Gogh is the knockoff Van Gogh.
All right. Let's jump in. Godfrey and Vladimir have both, just agreed to create this army, a revenant army for your cause. Now, I know, American, that you said you had some questions for Godfrey that you didn't get a chance to ask last time. Is there something you'd like to ask these two?
Put the spotlight on me.
If you remember, it's been 3 weeks.
3
Right.
weeks ago, you
This is
said
good.
you wanted to ask him a question. What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try not to talk too much this episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask him if we can stay here and make this our base.
Oh.
Absolutely. Because you brought Argynvost's soul back to us, I see it's only fitting that you take his quarters here in the castle.
Yes,
just down
yes,
the-
very good.
Down the hallway, first door on the left.
Hey, word,
What?
that sounds like American. That sounds very generous, doesn't it?
Yes.
Is there anything else you need from us before we get to work?
What? No, I just just. A
He's
place
not
to
talking about
stay,
the
I
army.
guess.
Him and Vlad have a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, no.
Is it a soundproof room, Arkin boss? How thick are the walls around here?
Bill, can you cast silence? Just... I don't want to know.
Yeah, I can.
I don't think. I mean, just to get an idea, how big do you think this army is? Or could be revenant. How many revenants can you
How-
get together?
How big of an army are you looking for?
Big as you can get.
Let me, how soon do you need him?
I mean, soon as possible, really. But you know,
As big as you can get as soon as possible. it's like we're at Kennard's
know
Farm.
what-
It's that Project Triangle. You can have like a lot for cheap,
yeah,
but it's not going to be fast.
yeah. I imagine it'd be expensive. But you know, I don't know, but you know, I'm just wondering what kind of forces you have to help us in the bloody
Is
Strahd.
there more than 12, for example?
When we were taking on Strahd ourselves, we had an army, 50 or more. That is at least
And you're
as
still
many,
lost.
That is at least as many souls I shall be able to bring back for you.
Well,
Okay.
the people of this land have waited hundreds of years to have their revenge against Strahd. What's a few more weeks or months? I say we do this right. I say we're building a resistance against Strahd right now that goes beyond the surface level. We're raising the land itself in an uprising against his mad control, and he is furious. We must continue this.
For me to bring them into their bodies and arm them in preparation, it will take a couple of weeks.
Yes, yes.
As
And in the meantime, we rally more forces, yes.
Okay.
is there
Yes,
is there anything
okay, that's the kind of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
is there anything we can do to help with that? I mean, we have a very capable necromancer just here.
Thank you.
I think something you might want to think about is who would lead this army for you. Have you someone in mind?
Probably the
Like
necromancer.
the guy with the skull, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, that's nice of you to suggest that. I'm not much of a leader. Maybe we can, we can collaborate.
Some would say it's a
Collaborate.
position of power to lead an army.
Actually, you're right there. It would be quite powerful, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you have any magical weapons?
We have some of our revenants are equipped with spell casting, but for the most part,
Yes,
they are
we've run
melee
into
fighters.
one of them. Fighters, yeah. So, can you tell me, last time you fought Strahd, what went wrong?
So post-mortem.
Yeah.
We were simply overpowered, overrun.
By Strahd or his forces?
His
Or what
forces.
happened? Did you go to Ravenloft?
Let me get some details for you.
Thank you. Look that up.
We've heard tale of a
Yeah.
wizard
So
from history that opposed Strahd.
that wizard was way after the Revenants fought Strahd. So the Revenants stopped fighting Strahd once Strahd became cursed. So they fought Strahd when Strahd was a human, and it was like humans against the undead. So let's have a quick look.
And they still lost. So he was a
Yeah.
regular human.
Well, it was against Strahd's soldiers. It's like just the number of soldiers Strahd had overpowered. But so
Numbers game.
they haven't tried against Strahd's new army. The only people that you know that have tried to take on Strahd and his new army was this wizard that you heard about, who rallied quite a few people from the village of Barovia as well as Vallaki, and tried to take Strahd on. And was thrown from a bridge, and there were rumors that he was still alive in the northern mountains of Barovia.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oops.
I thought he was well dead.
She was like, we should have tried to find that bloke.
Northern Mountains. Have we been there?
No.
No.
You've been to the lake, which is obviously a rather large lake to the south of those mountains, where you saved a young girl from.
Out on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's near there. That might be worth.
I don't know,
Yeah.
guys. He seems like a bit of a loser.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Let's forget about these revenants too. They're all losers.
We only want people with a 100% winning record.
Let's join with
Like us.
Strahd.
All we do is win.
Do you know where we can find DJ Khaled? Do you know who that is, Shannon?
No,
Of course he does.
I feel out of the loop. We're good.
Yeah. So hundreds of years ago, it was very much man versus man, just soldiers against soldiers. There was so much anger because Strahd and his army killed Argynvost, the Silver Dragon, that Argynvost's knights just grew so angry that they managed to, out of pure vengeance and anger, resurrect themselves as revenants and would try and take on these soldiers, but kept getting sliced down and finding a new body and getting sliced down and finding a new, and just tormenting his soldiers over and over for years until Strahd was cursed and died and became a vampire and became as trapped to this world as everyone else, to which Vladimir thought that was a perfect punishment for him to be stuck here and just return to the Argynvost hole.
Just like they became stuck here,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Because they, by all means, should have been able to put themselves to rest once Strahd died, but their souls too were trapped here. So they maintained the bodies they were in and just chilled out here at this mansion. When I say chilled out, I'm just seething
Chilled
with
out.
anger and vengeance.
That was the vibe I got
Chilling.
last time we were here. It was a chilled out vibe. Just lazy Sundays. Sort of chilled dubstep on the
reggae. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remembered what I was going to ask about, but this is sort of like an in-player discussion at this point. We were talking about whether we wanted to go and see the werewolves, and we sort of agreed as players that we might skip them. So I won't ask him about. I want to go to the werewolves, but I think we want to like not keep doing heaps of side quests.
Well, don't think of them as side quests. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
that's
I do.
true. I mean, I mean, yeah.
They
I'm
were
keen
mentioned in
to-
the read, weren't they, as like a hairy, half-transformed
Yeah.
werewolf.
I'm intrigued by them, and I want to go and save the children, etc. But as a party, I think we're more keen to press on as a whole towards Ravenloft. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Mm.
So why don't we just say we went and saw them just now, and what did we get? Did we get like some treasures from them, or like?
You all died. Weird.
Oh, damn it!
Ah,
Shouldn't have pushed
You all
for.
went in unprepared and died and exhausted. It was crazy. You all do look rather exhausted. If you need to retire for the night, well, feel free to make yourself at home in Argynvost's quarters. And
Thank you.
I whisper loudly to the party. That's a hint. He wants us out. He wants us out of here.
Vlad's like,
Get rid of us.
Vlad's like
Okay.
looking at the door off in the top corner of the room, like,
Well, we thank you for your hospitality, and we'll leave you two to it. I'm sure you've got a lot of catching up to do, having been in different rooms from each other for a very long time.
just the moment you exit the room, just the sound of angry rutting happening behind the
Why angry? Why
Angry,
those two
yeah.
words?
They've got a lot
in
of anger.
combination?
They've got a lot of
I
anger.
ca- I cast silence. I cast silence on the room.
I cast counter spell.
I thought it was a beautiful love story that we were trending.
Yeah. Angry.
Angry
That was
Now
last.
it's
That was
into-
last session. The-
S&M session.
Oh,
Can you
no.
imagine how torturous that would have been? They were just like both on Grindr. It's like, oh, we're like 5 meters away from each other, but I know who that is.
right.
I
So
hate it.
Okay, I'm gonna go make a hut.
okay, cool. So you walk
Good
out into the
idea.
hallway, and you can see further down the hallway, down the left, is the door that they mentioned. And let's say we'll put you just into the into this room. This room is just a haven for dust and cobwebs. It's the narrow
haven.
windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door set in the south corner of the west wall hangs open on one hinge. It looks to be some kind of like closet or something just in that room.
Okay.
There's another door at the top right. So it doesn't look like this is a bedroom, but knowing that this was Argynvost's quarters, you can only assume that through the doors in the northeast would be some kind of bedroom of some sort.
Oh, I'll check out that then. The northeast.
I'd like to look in the closet while you were doing that.
Okay.
Baron, as you move over towards that door, you hear just a soft flapping sound of wings, but you can't really discern its origin, and a single piece of parchment blows off the top of this bookshelf, spirals lazily in the air, and just lands gently at your feet. And I'll just...
where did it fall from?
it looks like it came off the top of a bookshelf.
Oh, in this room before
Yeah.
I went into the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh,
and
a
this
handout.
This was what landed at your feet, if you want to give that a read, Shannon.
Okay, I'm actually suffering some kind of migraine where I'm going blind. So, difficulty reading.
Oh, you can't... Does it not have the text underneath the image?
No, but yeah, I've got
Okay.
temporary blindness in real life.
Right. But it lands in front
That's
of
all right.
Morley's
Blame
foot.
him right now.
Be fine.
It lands in front of Morley instead, and Morley picks it up and notices what is written on the paper.
I've developed a glaucoma. Sorry.
I've now become illiterate.
Look at this. My knights have fallen and this land is lost. No, I won't read the rest, but Morley reads it in that voice. Oh, you want me to read the rest?
Yeah,
I'm happy
read it out.
My knights... you can all read, except you, Baron. My knights have fallen, and this land is lost. The armies of my enemy will not be stopped by sword or spell, claw or fang. Today, I will die, not avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love. This valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The evil surrounds me. The time has come to throw off this guise. And who these heathens, my true fearsome... Sorry, that must be show, surely. I think there might be a spelling error in the translation. And show these heathens my true fearsome form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell their stories of dark triumph against the protector of the Balanoch Mountains. Let Argynvost be remembered as a dragon of honor and valor. My one regret is that my remains will not lie in their rightful place. Oh, there's more.
He says, turning the
Oh, PTO.
My one regret is that my remains will not lie in their rightful place in the hallowed mausoleum of Argynvostholt. No doubt my bones will be scattered among my enemies like the coins of a plundered horde, trophies of a hard-won victory. I do not fear death. Though my body will die, my spirit will live on. Let it serve as a beacon of light against the darkness. Let it bring hope to a land wrought with despair. Now, to battle. And it's signed A.
Oh. Hey.
That'll be Argynvost, I would imagine. Nothing gets past me.
So he knew that he was going to die.
He did.
Just his head is 30 foot long.
Because
and-
that shows what we're up against, doesn't it?
really
Yeah.
short body.
But short body, yes. So is it? I don't know much about dragons, but isn't it true that they can change shape and you can assume human form? Otherwise, I imagine this piece of paper would be very small for him.
Yeah, the in that handout, it does mention it's time to throw off his guise.
It does.
So everyone thought he was a human.
He was presenting himself as a human.
Right.
He does seem awfully resigned to death, though. But does not fear it.
Just another quitter.
Loser.
Not a winner's attitude.
Well, I mean, this would have been handy if we hadn't already found his head and returned it. But I think this wraps it up. We get a bit of a glimpse into his personality. Seems like an okay sort of dragon.
You're saying that as you open up the double doors to the north east, and behind there is just this circular room with these rich red drapes faded by time and neglect, hiding the windows of this otherwise empty room.
Oh, it's a round room. This would be perfect for my hut. I am very tired.
It's quite strange. Like there's no There's no furniture, no signs of furniture, no broken furniture, no nothing. Just a completely unfurnished room. Perfectly round.
Maybe a relaxing place. So, I'm just gonna check the curtains.
They're very nice curtains, but just faded and worn. They would have been amazing when they were first put up.
Lockouts.
Needs a bit of upkeep, I suppose. Before I cast the spell, I'm going to have to. What's the time? Is it close to midnight?
No, it is. It is still relatively early in the day. You guys didn't get any sleep. You've come through at first dawn. You travelled a good 3 hours by carriage. There was obviously held up a lot by the wolves and the fighting, and then getting this all sorted. So it's probably only midday at this point.
Okay.
But the rain is still pouring down. There's still thunder and lightning outside. And you can still see as you sort of check out these curtains, you're still seeing every few seconds just that purple light just being washing over Valaki.
Can we turn that off?
There must be a switch around here.
Hard to get a good night's skip with that thing flashing around every 5 seconds, isn't it?
And these curtains aren't really holding up.
Just a reminder, you guys, just ever since the beacon was lit, there is a sense of just hope and pride in you through that, and it's consisting, it's staying no matter how much time is going, and that's what's giving you that bonus to saving throws. It's giving you the bonus to your AC. You should have all of that added to your character sheets now as well.
Nice.
I
Well,
wonder
I
if...
maybe.
Well, honestly, American, you go.
I was just about to say, well, I am physically extremely drained, but mentally, I am enlivened by the sense of hope. I really feel this is a sign. We must continue our crusade. We have feelers that we have extended towards the people of this land. They are ready, yes, ready for us to take back this land.
Yes.
Yeah. We should form a new order.
New World Order, you mean?
No, like Blue Monday. That type of new order.
New Order. Yes.
Yeah. We should form our own order that people can rally behind.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is a really good
We
point.
need a manifesto.
A really good point in the campaign now, where obviously you've found a way in and out of Ravenloft once. You've got some allies that are now looking to back you and help build an army for you, as well as many others that you have allied to your side. So now would be a really good point, maybe partly as players, but partly as characters as well, to discuss what it is, like, what is the plan? Do the characters have any idea of how they're going to stop this curse?
That is a very
I
good
say
question.
we raise an army. An army marching upon his castle. We'll show him the terror that we can raise upon him.
Why don't we hit him from... This is me as a person. As a player. The player is what I was looking for. Why don't we hit him from different angles? So we've talked about this idea of like each kind of commanding a sector, right, that makes up this kind of mega army. I wonder if we can kind of hit him from different angles at once. And do we even want to hit him at Ravenloft, or do we want to... Isn't there some like writings about how you're meant to like lure your enemy into a strange or foreign battlefield? So you've got the advantage?
Spoken like the true brains of the operation, Morley. You're right. We must outwit him. Not simply show might, but strength of mind.
Guile. Not from Street Fighter.
Guile? Oh, yes, we should
Woo.
get him.
Okay.
There
Yes.
was one of the cards in your reading. Basically, what was the last card in the reading? Let's have a quick look here. So the last card that flipped over, Madame Ava said, as she was flipping, before she flipped it, she said that for the fifth card, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose power are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. And the fifth, so the last card was kind of giving you directions maybe to where to find him.
Oh. Does anyone understand that? I don't understand.
Do you remember?
He
Does
lives
anyone
in
have
a
that?
hall of bones in the dark pits of his castle.
Where we found the skull?
Is that the clue?
That was the clue. Yeah.
So maybe that is where we need to finish this.
So, remember when we went and teleported into Ravenloft? There were 5 or 4, I forget now, different place. Oh, I've written them down. So we can cast a stone into the fire. There was that giant sand time. Is that what are they called?
Hourglass.
An hourglass.
Sand time.
Sand time thing. And
He's already won.
we can cast a stone into it. Violet leads to the mountain spire, so that's probably... Hey, mountain spire, do you think that could be something to do with that wizard?
No,
It's a long shot.
I don't think so.
Orange leads to the castle's peak, but we don't think Strahd will be there. He'll be down, right?
I mean, in his keep, I imagine.
Yeah, and his little...
Palindrome. No.
Did you say it's a palindrome?
No, it's not. It's not. What's this little word is backwards?
Backwards. Palindrome is in sentences.
What is a word that is
Same
backwards?
front
What
and
is a
back.
word when it is backwards?
What?
It is a palindrome.
No,
I'm so
A
confused.
Isn't
palindrome
that a
is the
sentence?
same forwards
Not
and
just one
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palindrome is forward, yeah.
Like
Is that what you
peep.
mean?
No, when you said like the castle peak, I thought, he's probably in the castle keep. What's that? What's that?
Just backwards.
What's that? And
Just
then
two
you said
different
it was
words.
Just yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're right.
different
Yeah,
spelling.
Forget it. Sorry, it's nothing.
Spelled
Okay.
differently.
Yeah.
I mean, if this whole thing is like a man, a plan, the Canal Panama, and it's the same frontwards and backwards,
That's a palindrome.
this would be genius.
Yeah.
Orange to the castle's peak. That's not... Okay. Red if lore is what you seek. Do we seek lore? Lore? Yeah. Okay. Yes, I know. Green to where the coffins hide.
That must be where we need to go. Surely he's
That's... Yeah. That sounds like a winner.
yeah. In the dark
Indigo
with
to
bones.
the master's bride.
Oh, that'll be like he'll have some.
He's
sort
got a
of
few
creepy
brides though,
fucking
isn't he?
chick,
It wouldn't be like...
won't he?
Yes. Or maybe it'll go to that woman who's like sewn together from other women.
The
Pretty
hottie.
hot.
Blue, you know the one, the most beautiful
Yeah, we know.
bride in Barovia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Blue to the ancient magic's womb.
Ooh,
I-
Do you want to
I
go
just
to a
wanna-
magic womb?
hell yeah.
I just want to clarify that I think all these locations are within the walls of Ravenloft. I think.
Well, one says a mountain spire, so maybe not.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Well, unless that's the mountain that Ravenloft's on, could be.
And
And
if there's
and
a
the last
one-way, could be very a real problem.
Yeah, we
Get
should
back.
end up on a mountain stack. And finally, yellow to the master's tomb. Oh, okay. That's got to be...
Ooh.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, so there's a coffin place where the coffins hide, but there's also master's tomb. So if we can go there when he's having a nap.
When's he doing that? Do we know his schedule?
What have you learnt about vampires
Oh,
and needing a nap?
is it,
Are you
Bill,
busy?
you had a book about them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. What?
Yeah, the Baron.
Sorry,
Uh,
I dropped out.
the Baron had a book handed to him up at the Amber Temple that sort of detailed a bunch about vampires. And there was a mention of staking them while they're asleep in their coffins. Or, yeah, while they're in their coffins.
Yes.
I'm trying to
So-
remember what
but if-
else I
by-
gave you in regards to vampires.
We've got loads. We've got stuff about them not being able to cross water and
Can't come in
stuff.
without an invite.
Silver arrows, they're weak to silver arrows. Weak in sunlight. Wooden stake in the heart while they're resting to paralyze them.
Alright.
I mean, it would be pretty anticlimactic to raise an army and then just sneak into his house while he's asleep. But okay.
He wouldn't expect it
Hey.
though, would he?
Whatever works, works. I sometimes think about that for like Henry V in France, this big battle, and then if the poor bloke just takes an arrow to the head sort of 3 minutes in, it's like, oh, we're over before it really began. Like, that must have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. But if he does get into a battle, I would say he's the sort of person that would run away and try to retreat and heal or something like that. And then, boom, we know where he'll be. We go in and stake
He'll
him.
run away and try to have a nap, and we'll just follow him.
Yeah, no nap times.
Crazy that those armies and that powerful wizard lost then. If this guy was such a crybaby that he just would run away and have a nap.
Have a depression
Well-
nap.
You know, we could always distract him with our armies. He'll think that we're doing a frontal assault, like we send in revenants, etc., to attack his armies. His concentration is out the front of the castle or something. He's attacking. And then we can teleport in and just take out whatever strength he's got on the inside, instead of,
This is what I'm
Front.
saying. A bit of rear guard action.
oh,
Not the type that's going on 2 rooms over. I mean, we sneak in.
yeah.
We kind of have him surrounded from all sides with all these different kind of factions that we've got. And one other thing from Madame Ava, there was the interpretation that Irina was very important to all of this, and I was thinking maybe she could command the army of man, or humans.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, because
Pretty
Irina
epic.
was revealed to be much stronger than we thought, wasn't she? By the card,
Yeah.
we underestimated her.
So maybe Irina in an army of the land, American in an army of the
Air,
forest and creepy crawlies,
wind.
nature.
I
Baron
have
in an army of the
intention.
dead.
I have an
Captain Planet.
intention to seek out those beautiful, elegant, giant spiders that we've been hearing with their beguiling clattering
What?
and hissing so close.
What do you mean beguiling?
They're wonderful creatures.
Oh.
I'm sure I can get them on our side.
I guess, so just from what I'm hearing, there's the talk of having an army as a distraction and sneaking in the back to, do the distraction and then get in. So if that is the case, do you want to be assigning, like Morley has the idea of putting Irina in charge of the people, the human army? Are there other people that you would want to put in charge of the other armies that you might want to put together?
Perry Wimple. Put him into.
He's not commanding shit, is he?
'Cause here's the thing.
He's not even commanders of his own faculties by the seam of it. He had to ask his uncle if he could leave the fucking shop.
If we are commanding things, I don't want to be splitting up our party though. Like one
No,
people.
it'll be like Voltron. We'll all come together at the end.
I feel like if we're going to the trouble of assembling armies, it would be like a little bit of an anticlimax to be like not commanding them up the front of the battle.
Okay.
But it depends on what we want to do.
No matter what you choose, I will make it awesome. I guarantee it. And if you're worried that you're not going to be there, if you aren't leading it specifically, you will be. We will assign you to take over one of the people who is leading it. So, for example, Morley, maybe you'd take over being Irina and do the roles and movements in place of Irina while Morley is somewhere else. That kind of thing. So, or you can have Morley there leading the group. So whatever you guys want to do, we'll find a really cool way of making sure that it all feels very engaging and action packed.
Yeah. Okay.
Worry about the story
Brian.
over the fun. I'll worry about the fun.
Brian, that sigil in that wacky little house in Valaki,
Yeah.
the one we teleported in. Let's say we pull up those floorboards and transport them with us in a wagon. Could we have a portable portal? Is that crazy?
Portal.
Portal.
That's a
Imagine
good
bringing that
question.
onto the battlefield and surprising. We'd be up the front until all of a sudden we mysteriously disappeared into our portal.
Well,
Amazing.
I can make a portal.
Oh,
That yeah, the one we went through is the one I made. The one in the house is more of a destination,
Oh, of course.
just like the one in the sand time thing in Ravenloft.
And can you? So you could be in one location and then appear in Ravenloft. You could teleport with a group of people into Ravenloft, and we could be at the house, the Burgomaster's house, and also teleport into Ravenloft at a separate time. Is that right?
I didn't really follow, but
You
no.
You need to have
The
that
Burgomaster's house is a destination, is it?
yes.
Oh, right.
So there's
So that would be our escape route, if anything.
yes, yeah. That's one that we could get away to. Yeah.
Safe house.
Yeah. Currently, I only know of two, so we could either go to the house or we could go to Ravenloft.
Can you give me a what's like checking your memory, like a intelligence check? Wisdom check. Give me a wisdom.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay, let's go for intelligence then.
Yes. I think I'm exhausted though, aren't I?
Yeah, so you have to give it to me
True,
with
true.
disadvantage.
Okay. Here's two of them. Are they rolling?
Yeah, they roll.
22 and a 16.
Okay, so I was making it a hard one because it is like you're trying to think. Actually, you've got two of the sigils, sigil patterns needed for destinations. You're trying to think, have you seen anything that could be similar? Now that you've learnt the spell, now that you've seen some of these sigil patterns, have you seen anything? And there's one place that you've been, and it was something you noticed, you didn't really think too much of it, and you were quite preoccupied at the time with fighting vampire spawns. But now that you think about it, you think that there was some kind of sigil pattern in the coffin shop where you fought those vampire spawns.
Where I almost was killed by them. Upstairs where the boxes were? Or?
Yeah. It was just something you noticed at the time. You didn't really think too much about it, but now that you've got a bit more reference about it, you're like, wait a second. That could be another pattern.
Was that in Valaki as well?
Yes, it was.
Why would they put two so close together? Put one in Barovia. Okay. So there's the third. That's good. I was thinking maybe we could do some sort of frontal assault on the castle on Ravenloft, and while they're preoccupied, I can make a teleport circle, and we can teleport into, if it seems like a good idea at the time, into Ravenloft, and we can go commando in there.
No undies.
No, with undies, or you don't have to, but we'll be commandoing, undercover. No one would even know we've gone in there. Then we can use one of these stones. We can go to a different place. We can go straight.
All right. While we've drawn out like all of the evil nasties from
Yes.
within Ravenloft.
Yeah,
And as
So
far
that
as
the-
Strahd knows, we'll still be on the front lines until he
exactly.
finds out elsewise.
Oh, we must be able to get a couple of spellcasters somewhere to knock up a fake Morley and a fake Bill and a fake Mirakin and a fake Baron as well.
Oh, yes.
So it'll look even more convincing.
Disguise montage. Oh,
I could dress up skeletons.
I love it.
Yeah.
But how
work.
will you find skeletons attractive enough to pass as us?
Yes. I mean, a bit of an insult to my skeletons, but yeah. I mean, I've just been writing a little list about our advantages here. So, how about we just write them down? And we know for sure what we've got. So, I've got a list of tools and a list of allies. So, the tools, we've got the mirror that has an assassin.
That's right.
I don't like that mirror. The vibe is bad.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got a mirror that does something bad, but we
I'm
don't know
scared of that
exactly
mirror.
what it does or how to use it.
It sends out an assassin and to kill who you tell it to. So,
Rahadin! Wait, I imagine that Rahadin's going to have a little army of his own. Probably frogs.
yeah.
I'd rather have
He's got none left.
your ticket.
Frito frogs. Munching
I'd
on them.
prefer to have Rahadin's head myself, if I'm honest.
So you've got Rahadin.
Uh-huh.
I'll take Strahd.
Who else is there?
Fucking thing.
And I'll take...
The rest of you guys could just busy yourselves with non-title characters.
That sounds like
I'll be there also somewhere.
Who?
Me. I'll just be around. I'll be around.
I liked your response
Sure,
there.
there'll be
Who?
some-
Me.
Who's this guy?
There'll be some named henchmen for you guys.
They'll sing
speak-
songs of this day, of the time that mighty Mirakin killed Rahadin, and
Someone will
fearless
sing
Morley
songs.
slayed Strahd, and Bill was also there too, I think.
Bill was the handsome
Somebody had to write the song.
Yeah, but who? Okay. Now, all right. Speaking of you, Bill, you have a sun medallion,
They do.
and that can repel the dead,
Yes.
or does it damage them?
So I can hold vampires, turn
Oh,
the unholy, or cast sunlight.
Haha. Turn unholy, or cast sunlight. Sunlight is for a large area, is it?
It's a 30-foot radius.
That's got to come in handy if we get into a pickle in the depths of Ravenloft. Then they won't be able to come near us. Also, you have a blood spear. We can't do any damage against most of these creatures without magical weapons. It seems like normal swords, etc., do nothing.
Yes, we should ask if there are many mystical artifacts that Argynvosten could offer us. Surely, there's
Didn't you
treasure
just
in this
ask about
land.
that, Brian?
Yeah, he's sort of just there's some magic users and stuff. I think.
Don't we all have magical stuff now?
Yes, I do. I do have my jug.
You have all of it, Brian. You have like 5 things.
Don't you have like 2 staves and a jug?
Yes. Well, I mean, if you'd
And
like
the
me to hold on
cloak.
to your items, that'd be fine. Now,
That's
I got
the vibe he's putting down.
What's your cloak got left on it? Some
Oh,
dogs.
yes,
it's
I'll
got
have to check that.
money. We could go on a shopping montage.
that would be good.
If we've
Good.
got things to trade, we could go to Brian.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brian.
That's true.
haven't thought about Brian in a while.
Did give me some cocaine last time. So yeah, we've got the magic
handy.
cloak with patches. Can't remember exactly right now what there's on them. I've got a list. We've got the sunlight blade. A heck of a vampire slaying item.
Oh, call me Buffy.
Okay, I will. Teleportation circle to Ravenloft. We've got a magic jug.
Hell yeah.
What other magical items do we have?
Joe, do you have any magical
I have-
attacking items?
You've got
I
that
don't think so.
gross old stick.
Gross old.
It does stuff. Like I've made it sound worse than it is, but
Oh, I forgot about that spongy stick.
That just
Yeah.
feels
I
the
hate
golfiest
It's
stuff.
so yuck. Don't like it.
what does that do?
Absorb blood?
Lets you control blights, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They
And
don't-
also if you use it as bludgeon, you can use it to bludgeon, but I've never used it for that once. But it does, I think it absorbs health if you use it to bludgeon.
It's also just a stick.
So yes,
Yeah, it's also
but-
functions as an evil stick.
So it's, yeah, so you can smash someone over the head with it, and if you choose to, you can use one of its charges to regain hit points up to the amount that you've just dealt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
every
never
time,
used it once.
and every time the charge is spent, you got to succeed on a wisdom throw. Otherwise, bad things happen.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah,
Bad things are bad. Yes.
bad things are definitely bad. Yeah.
Okay, well, also, we have the staff. Well, I have the staff of frost, which is surprisingly powerful. Can shoot out a cone of cold, etc. Whatever. We've got a bag of cocaine, a bag of flour.
Oh, very good. I've got grease.
Oh, you've still got the grease.
I have so much grease. What's it called? A slippery potion?
Ah,
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, that might be needed.
An
Next door.
oil of slipperiness. So if you need something slippery,
just knock it.
I'm
Just
sorry,
gonna pass it
I
under
missed
the
that.
door in the
Slide
other
it
room.
under the door there.
Oh Lord. To be honest,
Thank you, Morley.
What's that? What's that, Baron? What did you say? It sounded like you said "fuck you, Morley."
Thank you, Morley, for your
thank you.
suggestion. Not.
they only need a little bit. I'm sure it won't use up the whole vial.
Just ask them to put their hand out and just pour some into their hand.
Jesus.
But
Definitely
like all
banned.
dramatic, like I have something that will aid you in your quest.
Yeah, we've got something like hand. Hey, you as well. So slippery.
Indeed.
So I've got my staff of defense.
You got another staff.
Yeah, that's the glass staff.
Oh, right.
So many stuff.
He's just sorting through all of his stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed by
I've
Strahd
got
when he's like,
this one.
I have two staffs, but also have a stave of
Oh.
finding
What?
secret doors and
Oh,
stuff.
the little mini one.
Are you
"Shame you've
telling
only
me
got two
that?
arms."
Are you telling me that staffs and staves are different things? Am I
believe
just
so.
learning this now as a
Say it
36-year-old?
isn't so.
Please.
You're a youngin. I think so. And no, I'm thinking of a wand. It's a wand,
It's a
isn't
wand. It is a wand, yeah.
Staves is just the plural of staffs.
I
right?
believe so, yeah.
it? What? It's not a plural.
What?
You can have a
Twos.
stave,
You have a stave, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
but you can't say staffs, can you?
I like the
I
staff.
didn't think so.
Oh my goodness.
So if anyone
Oh.
else has some magic items, let me know, or special items.
I've got some ball bearings.
Okay, ball bearings.
Oh no, that's fucking shit compared to what I've actually got. I've
Okay.
got 10 silvered arrows for my crossbow.
Aha.
Ooh.
Although I
It
may
reminds
have
me we've got-
9 now. I think I lost 1. I think I've got 9.
We have 6 silver short swords.
And I can supply poison by way of Ranzen's special abilities to any and all blades for the battle.
Okay.
Is Ranzen going to lead the spider army?
Oh, heck, that would be an arc.
I don't think it. Nah.
smart.
Runs in. Come on, he's tiny. He's my baby. I would prefer to be the one leading the spiders, riding the back of a giant, majestic spider. I mean, runs in's cool, but he's an American.
Is this going to be like Dune, where you're riding the worm, but it's a spider,
Spoilers.
Yes.
and it's not very hot.
Clammy at best.
No,
Clammy, yeah.
it's not going to be like that at all.
Okay.
Never. I would never be like June. Yuck.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. Okay, so we're gonna have I've written down runs in, and if no one else, if you think of anything else, let me know. I'm running down our allies. We've got Revenant Army, about 50 plus.
Yes, we have Casimir, a powerful wizard in his own right.
Casimir Wizard.
Dying, if not dead.
Quite close to dead.
He looks like.
He's
What about
fine.
Casimir's sister,
Patrina?
Katrina?
Petrina.
Patrina.
Katrina.
Patrina.
I went to school with a girl named Petrina.
Okay.
Wasn't Casimir's sister. Just for clarity.
What
Okay,
a
we-
badass you would have been if your name was Casimir in New Zealand in the 90s as a child.
That would have
Actually
been
would have
pretty,
been pretty badass.
crazy. I found an item in my inventory called Custom Item 3. Could that be useful?
Oh, okay, I'll write that down. Custom item 3.
What happens when
I
you click
imagine
it?
it has great power.
Yeah, with great items comes great responsibility. Okay. Now, we've got the crow people, pigeon people.
And folk,
The pigeon folk.
Yeah.
that Davian and his son, forever indebted to me for healing their fractured relationship.
Yes.
That was a beautiful moment.
And more,
Oh, yeah.
you're intertwined in a business relationship as well. You're computer
Yeah.
expert.
Perhaps we could time
Value.
the AGM for the same time as the battle. Kill two birds with one stone. Oh, they probably don't know that phrase.
Now we'll work on that opening speech.
Yeah.
Feed two birds
Dressing
with
room.
one's gone.
Is there a bird in the hand, bird
That's
in the bush?
fantastic. Yeah, well, that's very much again. Killing
We had. I was going to say the mongrel folk, but no, we killed them.
They're all gone.
We've got one mental one.
Yes, one
Flying
mental
around.
one.
We'll just have to
One
go
that escaped.
capture.
The abbot.
The one that got away.
Yeah, we
abbot.
should deliver him the wedding dress and be like, well, now will you join us? Join us. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no,
I
he
mean,
doesn't
he-
go
I
to
get the
the
sense
gender.
I get the sense he's more on Strahd's side than on our side.
Yeah, he's trying to
be honest.
cozy up to Strahd by bringing him a bride.
Really?
No,
He
I
wants
think
to bring him a
the abbot is-
bride.
I that could get us in there. Show up with a bride, distract
Maybe
him, stab him.
Okay.
I'm trying to
And then
remember
he
what
gets
you
stabbed after
guys.
the bat.
Do we
I'm
want to
trying
do awesome, badass armies, or do we want to trick him with a sewn together woman?
With a hot puppet.
What do you guys
Yeah,
remember
let's
about
not forget how hot he is.
What do you guys remember about the abbot and Strahd's relationship?
Um,
Because there was definitely a lot to learn there.
Well, he was
Ooh.
talking about.
I think it was
the
strained. I think it was-
and it's. Go
He
on.
was trying to get into his good graces, by making trying to build him a bride.
So the building of the bride was because he figured that was how the curse was to be broken, by delivering Strahd.
being in the lane.
I'm right.
Strahd was the one who he believes gave him the power to create the mongrel folk. The abbot basically wanted to help a lot of the sick people from Kretsk, and a nobleman, which was Strahd disguised as this nobleman, gifted the powers to help save more people, but it ended up warping their brains, and they wanted to start melding with animals to get better traits, and he was more than happy to help them out, and drove him a bit mad and drove all the mongrel folk mad. So that's their relationship.
A monkey's paw sort of relationship. He's like, I'll give you power, but it turns out to be a curse.
Cursed.
Yeah.
I think the abbot's
Right,
on our
okay.
side. Push comes to shove.
Yeah, this could be a great redemption arc for the abbot.
Yeah.
I think it depends if he believes that we can break the curse by killing Strahd. If he doesn't believe that, he might be trying to do whatever he thinks will actually break it.
He's a pragmatic man.
Pragmatic, crazy man. Not to be trusted. He's not mentally all there, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
However, I have questions about other characters we've heard legends of, such as Van Richten. Does he still live? Perhaps I could divine it in some way.
Oh.
Surely he would be a powerful ally.
What do you know about Van Richten?
Very little. He was Esmeralda's mentor?
Yeah.
Oh, we had that crazy theory that he was the guy with the monkey, just because they had
Blitzky?
similar names. Rictavio.
Blitzky. Rictavio.
How many people have got monkeys in this? Oh, you won't be liking this at all.
Rictavio
Erica.
gave.
I, however, love it.
Rictavio gave
the
the
monkey.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Rictavio gave the monkey to...
Oh my god, the monkey's probably not even a fucking monkey.
Blitzky.
It's probably something else.
The monkey's a monkey.
You reckon like a drone or a spy or something?
Yes.
Go
with me on this. This is
Okay,
the
game
entire
over.
campaign to unmasking the monkey.
I love it.
It was all a monkey the whole time.
It's the
What's that
monkey.
movie?
Strahd.
Strahd
It's
on your
monkey.
side.
It's a Finkel's Einhorn moment.
I have been watching Monkey, like Monkey Magic recently. It's good. So, allies, I've written Blinsky,
Oh, tenuous.
Esmeralda,
So yeah, this is a good session to go over some information that you guys have now that you're sort of talking about some of these characters.
yeah.
Esmeralda is really only in here because she was trying to find Van Richten.
Yeah, we'll have to ask her about that.
We need. I could use a powerful magic to find people if need be.
Oh,
Yes.
I think if we can find Van Richten, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Is Van Richten like an investigative journalist, or is he like a?
Yeah, he
Lucky.
solved the Nixon Woodgate. What do you mean?
I believe that was
No,
Reagan.
Is Van Richten like someone that finds things out, and he's like kind of like a detective, or was he a fighter and like someone who could chase monsters? Was he a monster hunter?
He was like a vampire hunter, wasn't he? He was
Yeah,
like,
he's
He was
like,
like Van Helsing.
He was like,
Van
he was
Helsing,
like,
yeah.
yeah. He's a low rent Van Helsing from what I
Yeah,
understand.
Van Richten. Van Richten.
So
Rental van.
you've learned a
Van
little bit about
Rithel.
through Esmeralda. You guys have learnt that Van Richten has a really sad story. His kid
that
was sold to a vampire.
Who was?
Oh, yeah.
Van Richten's kid was sold to a vampire.
Oh,
But by the time he found it, it was too late, and his son had turned into a vampire spawn, and he had to kill his own son. Then the vampire that turned his son then went and killed his wife, and he's sort of sought revenge against the Vistani because he blames the Vistani for this occurring. And
Didn't he take some children?
well, you found like the head of a Vistani boy that died by Van Richten's hands.
Yes, I found this in my notes. Van Richten caught him stealing. They were allies who travelled in disguise as circus folk or adventurous performers. That's why I thought Rictavio could be Van Richten.
yeah. I can see that.
We've got
He's
so many loose
definitely-
ends. We have to figure out if we want to tie up heaps of loose ends because it might take time, you know.
So Van Richten blames the Vistani. Esmeralda is a Vistani and was the only Vistani that he really got along with. he disappeared, and she's followed him to where she thinks he is. And obviously, so he's very Vistani, very anti-vampire as well.
Anti-vampire. We could get along on that.
Yeah, we're all anti-vampire, champ.
Yeah, I'm becoming anti-vampire.
Because he also, yeah. So he's done a fair bit of vampire hunting.
Is he?
Okay.
Well, he's
He's
killed his
mainly
son.
only killed his son. shooting fish in
A
the
fair
barrel.
bit.
Well, I believe Esmeralda also mentioned that he killed the vampire that turned his son as well.
Right. Well, he's 2 for
Okay.
2. Well, here we go, Bill. This guy's on the hot streak. He's on for the hat trick.
I mean, he's killed the same number of vampires as us.
Yeah, we've killed quite a few spawns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they don't count as real vampires.
They're not real vampires.
Oh, okay.
We have to decide.
Dentist and a doctor.
We have to decide which threads we're going to follow up and which we aren't, because
Well-
there's so many.
I guess a good
Yeah.
question is, what are the armies you're looking to create? That would be probably a good question.
Yes.
Can we rally the Vistani?
So if we start with
Surely not.
obviously we've got this Revenant army. Is there any other undead that needs to be added to that army, and who would lead it? And is there
The
any?
Revenant
Yeah.
in the castle. Oh no, he's not a Revenant. He's a guy. The guy.
Oh, you're
What?
talking
What are they
about
Oh,
the
good
Lich.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lich. That's what I was
Martin.
looking
What was his
for.
name?
Lich.
Martin.
Martin.
Good his name?
Martin the Lich.
Definitely Martin.
I think you guys gave him a name like Martin. Let me just
Cheesy 60s sitcom, like he like encases someone in ice and then just shrugs at the camera.
His name was Exithanta.
Close.
Close.
And
Marty for
he
sure.
wouldn't show you his polyprop or
Okay.
that thing that he lives
Phylactery.
Phylactery.
Phylactery. That's it.
Polyprop.
Martin and his
Polyprop.
polyprop.
What is a polyprop?
His
But-
phylactery.
His phylactery. yeah.
Prophylactic.
Polyprop is like a base layer clothing
Oh,
like, to
okay.
keep you warm.
What
Yeah,
you're
he'll
thinking
show
of
you
is a
that.
prophylactic. He wouldn't show us his prophylactic.
1,000-year-old
yeah.
Ginny.
It's phylactery.
Actually, that reminds me, Morley,
Yes.
you... Actually, do I even know this? Oh, I'll just throw it out there. You can decide if it's even a thing. That book, didn't he mention that he had hidden his phylactery in a book or something in the Amber Temple? That was making me think maybe that book is the phylactery.
He
No,
did
he-
mention
not-
something along
Not
those
my
lines.
book. I've looked in my book. It's just
Okay.
about wisdom.
Yeah, it's
I'll
not
be
that
reading
book.
more of that tonight.
It's not that book. Oh,
It's not that
okay.
book.
He's got a
Oh.
whole library. Nah.
Wisdom book.
But why
He
do we
was,
don't need to worry
he
about
was
his
very
phylactery?
protective of his spell book, and he didn't want his spell book taken anywhere.
Yeah, but I thought,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's normal for a wizard. I thought he would have had it, like, I thought he had another book, but maybe not. Maybe it is
It'll
just
be
that.
some bullshit like nondescript book in his like very expansive library.
Yes. I mean, we're friends at the moment.
Friends don't show each other
Oh,
their
no.
phylacteries.
But you don't even need his phylactery. I don't know why I brought it up. I was more just thinking he's promised us that he'll be there in our time of need.
Yep.
Yeah.
Baron's
Yes,
still
he
got his
can-
dried finger in his pocket.
Dried finger. Okay. So we've got the abbot. We've got Blinsky.
But he's
Uh,
a bit
Probably
plain.
not really going to come in handy. We've got Esmeralda. These are our allies. We've got Old Lich Exithantor with the dried finger. And if there's any other,
Ismark?
Ismark.
Nah.
And
Who's that?
Nah.
what's his sister's name?
Irina.
Irina.
I love
Sorry,
that this.
Irene. I always
I love
forget
that the
Irene.
story really sticks with you guys. It's great.
I know.
There's
I
so
just
many
bad names. Bad with names. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Um,
There's a lot of names.
there is a lot of names. Okay, so I mean, Irena's a biggie. If there's any other allies, let me know. But I've also got a list of rumors and possibilities, right? So we got Van Richten,
Oh,
possible.
we forgot a very important ally.
Huh?
Greg.
Fuck, I thought of Greg as well, but I didn't write it down.
Do you know how many people have like messaged me being like, you know, you've got to turn Greg against them, right? You've got to turn Greg against them.
Good.
What?
Yes, do that. Do
Why would you
that.
do
Turn
that?
Greg,
Oh, that
the
would
incompetent town guard, against us, the party who have slayed our fucking way through the road here, and we will put an arrow through his fucking chest 5 minutes in. Do that. I beg you, please.
If Greg turns on us, I think Olaf will be like, Morley, this is you. Get him.
Yeah.
Pulling
Get him,
his teeth
Molly.
out for some
Easy done.
reason.
I won't hesitate.
Bill like refuses to believe it and just like walks through onto his sword like "This is not me."
Yeah. No, my brother.
You do what you're going to do, Bill. But Greg's for it. If he were to turn against us, I won't just kill him outright.
I mean, he's pure-hearted. I don't know why he would. That's not.
Always like he looks like he's turning.
He's coming right at us.
He's got a gun. Morley crossbows him.
Only a toy crossbow.
He was just getting gum out of his pocket. Okay, rumors and possibility. We've got Van Richten, Rictavio. These are people that could join us potentially. Wizard, old, on mountain. Big arm guy. Help me out here.
He's
Isaac.
not joining us. You're out of
Oh
your
my
fucking
God.
mind.
Isaac got taken
That's
by
right-hand
Strahd.
man.
Isaac, yeah, he's taken away by Strahd, but he's got to fucking rear his big arm at some point. The Vistani, are they?
He might,
Are they
Isaac
in the
might
outside?
be Irina's brother?
Isaac, yeah.
That's right, Irena's brother.
He's evil. Unless he can chop
I
his
can't
arm
remember
off.
how that worked.
No, they were. They
What was
were.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because he was real creepy about her and had like the little Irina dolls that he was like combing the hair of and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
story there was Irina, Isaac, and their uncle went out hunting, and a boar charged and injured Isaac. That's why he's got his munted arm, and chased Irina off into the woods, and she disappeared, only to be found in Barovia, the village of Barovia, by Ismark's father, with no memory.
Who's the
of-
uncle?
The uncle's long gone from now.
Ismark might not be her true brother.
Ismark, no, you already know Ismark is not her true brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Remember when we told her late at night at the church and she was like, oh my god, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
What she also says, no, I won't.
In contrast to this thing.
So are the Vistani? I don't know if they would ever help us. Probably not. They ripped us off.
We've got a lot of mavericks in this group
They're
of
pretty angry at us now, right?
You did
They-
kill one of the leaders of the Vistani camp.
After they double
Did we?
crossed us.
Oh, yeah.
Done some
That's
good
right.
business.
Oh, that's right.
After they,
Yeah,
after
he
they
sold
tried
us
to
out
steal,
to Strahd.
Yeah, that's
they
just
tried
what
to steal the
Vistani do.
Dawnblade.
Wow. Can't believe what I'm hearing.
Jesus.
So that's what those specific Vistani do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I
allies of
see.
Strahd, right?
I'd never paint all of them with the same brush.
They kind of exist in this weird plane between like friendly with Strahd, but also not like outright allies of him.
Well, again, so going over a little bit of the history there. They saved Strahd from death when he was in human form and got brought down, like cut down, and so they healed him back to health. So by the time he became cursed, he gave them a pass to come and go from Barovia, as a thank you for saving his life. He just says, all of you, just a big thanks to every Vistani. And so they don't hate him, they don't like him, but they're not really in the same they're not cursed to this world like everybody else.
They can bring in duty free.
They can. Yeah.
That's where you get your cigarettes from. Okay, so they're probably not going to help us, but I think they're opportunists. Let's be real here. They could potentially, if we gave them like a good opportunity, a good deal, that they would come out on top. They might help us.
They'd probably be better likely to betray us to Strahd at any moment's notice, as we've seen in the past.
That's true. They could do that. There's the werewolves. I don't think they're going to help us.
Was this a list of allies that you were?
No,
saying?
these are rumors and possibilities. These are like
okay.
open things. The werewolves. There's all those. There's 2 factions of them. There's Baba Lasagna.
I've forgotten about her, yeah.
Spiders, giant spiders that you were talking about, American.
And the wolves.
Are they separate from the werewolves? What's the wolves?
They appear to be minions of Strahd currently.
Yeah.
They were absolutely.
They did almost kill us.
So are the werewolves.
Remember
right?
when they almost killed us this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't count them because I thought they would just kill us. They're like.
No, I can change them.
Same as the werewolves, right? The werewolves are also Strahd's soldiers.
Who was?
The werewolves.
Yeah.
They told us that they were there at the behest of Strahd when they attacked us.
Hey, how many? What's the kind of the sum total of Raven folk?
From what you've seen, there's probably a good maybe 30 to 40 of them. You've seen them. You've seen some of them at the tavern. There was obviously all of the workers for the winery as well. So probably 30 to 40.
Okay. 30 to 40. Okay, I've got strongholds. Windmill.
Burn down. Next.
This castle that we're in.
It's a good stronghold.
Still good.
Hagenfost. Hold.
It needs a little bit of doing up.
Yes. Actually, I was while we're doing this, I was going to ask my skeletons to start trying and repair the ceiling.
Oh yes, we'll do a renovation montage.
So I'll fix her upper. And our enemies. Actually, I've only got one person in our enemies list. Toad Eater Man.
And Strahd. And Strahd.
Forgot about him.
There's only one person in this whole land who's an enemy. It's the guy that did nothing to us and we tried to kill.
Strahd's a potential ally.
Then the room is impossible.
It gets Rahadi. Yeah.
Rahadin.
Oh, what about? No, he's dead, isn't he? Sangsaw.
Who?
Sangsaw's dead.
Yeah, no, we
Thanks.
Sangsaw's dead.
What about?
You know, that giant goat, that giant angry goat who fucking nutted out at us for no reason, and then we blew his legs out and he fell down a fucking
Yeah, the one that
his
fell
skull
over
caved in.
500 foot
Yeah,
cliff.
yeah.
No,
Could
he
he be a potential ally? What about the big bird? Big
Big Bird.
the one that picked up Bill.
Yes, I'll put
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Bird under rumors
Okay.
and
We'll get
possibilities.
big,
Yeah,
what a big bird, though. I want that big bird on our side.
Yeah,
yeah.
a rock.
Big tree?
Big
Yeah,
tree.
Big tree of blight?
Big
No,
tree,
we murdered
yes.
that.
Oh, we murdered Big Tree.
Wait, didn't we have a possibility of just killing blights in one hit or something? Oh, there's the
Yes,
spell.
with the staff.
Ah,
The staff
yes.
With
just
my-
doesn't see you as an enemy, right? I'm just trying to bring back up the.
The creepy staff can destroy blights within a large radius.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it is destroyed or set alight.
Oh, that's right. If you break it or burn it, it lets out a big shockwave and just wipes out all blights in a certain sort of distance. Cool.
Well, we don't want that then. If we're controlling the blights and sending the blights in to fight Strahd's ghoulies.
Yeah, so you reckon you can control blights? Is that right?
Can I?
With
They
that staff.
they just don't see you as hostile. That's it.
Oh, I see. That's what you meant.
Yeah. While you guys are all sort of sitting around on the floor of Argynvost's quarters talking plans, previously you felt sort of time stop, but this time it just sort of slows down a little bit. The rain seems to slow down, and you're able to move, but just at a slower pace. And out of the corner of the room, a needle walks out from a shimmery sort of veil and is bringing his... He's almost like struggling with the wheel. Like you're seeing a bit more than you might normally. He's like wheeling this thing in and scraping it across the ground. You don't normally see it unfold in this way, but time is playing out a little bit differently now. And he sets it all up. And you guys are all just kind of slowly turning to look. And he sets it all up. He says, "Oh, looks like you guys have done some great things to... Wait a minute, what's going on? You're moving. What's going on here?" And time breaks for a minute. It goes back into normal speed. And for the first time, you have Needle in front of you, a little bit uncertain. And just the waving of that purple flash whipping past, accentuating the moment. This is awkward.
Are you okay?
And he's looking around. He sort of looks around, trying to get a bit of a bearing. This hasn't happened before. And he sort of leans in a little bit, and he says, "This might sound weird, but I swear I heard your voices only a day ago, in the darkness, where I'm kept."
What? Where are you kept, Needle?
"I don't know.
Who's keeping you there?
I don't know. This is the first time I've had a chance to explain anything to anybody. Outside of these little moments, I am just kept in this darkness. I fear...
None of the real.
I don't know, Morley, but I fear what's going to happen to me. Do you remember me beaten black and blue? I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't remember how or what caused that to me. It all happened within the darkness. It's because I spoke out, and I fear the same is going to happen again. Let me spin this wheel for you while I quickly have the chance." And he gives the wheel a spin. It's like awkward now. It's like now that time's moving, it's just like it's just like silence except for like the spinning of the wheel. And he says, "Okay, yes, this is a good one. The next, this is called Sir, yes, sir. Then, if you, this is very strange. Where were you yesterday? I swear I heard your voices in the darkness."
Needle, take my dagger. And Morley's going to throw him his dagger in the hope that he can give Needle a weapon. If he needs it.
Yeah. He catches it. Thank you, Morley. But please, where were you yesterday?
When we were being chased by wolves, or where were we before that?
Does the gang
Well, we were in
remember?
Strahd's castle,
We were in Ravenloft yesterday.
and before that, on the
We were
road
at
to
the
Vallaki.
Burgomaster's house.
On the mountain. Came down from the mountain.
What is Ravenloft?
It is Strahd's castle.
Who's Strahd? What is Ravenloft?
Oh, he's a big
It's a long
vampire.
story.
He's a vampire. He's mad, bad man.
All I know is there was darkness in the stone room that I was kept in, and I heard your voices. There was screaming, and I heard your voices.
Oh, screaming.
And then suddenly that shimmering moves forward and starts wrapping itself around Needle and the wheel this time. And he holds up the dagger. "Morley, thank you for this. This could change everything." And it's disappeared. So that spin specifically says that the next charisma check that fails will become a success. So if whoever rolls the next charisma, if it's a fail, it'll become a success.
Well, that was odd, wasn't it?
It sounded like he's being held prisoner, either in another realm that's linked to Ravenloft. Oh my god, maybe he's the original mongrel folk.
I mean, he could just be in Ravenloft. He said he could hear us and he could hear the scream.
Yeah,
which
who
I
was
assume
screaming?
was maybe Petrina?
No, that little mongrel folk fella that we killed. He screamed.
What little folk fella?
There was a lot of screaming. Petrina also screamed. Yeah, that's right. As she was in that banshee form.
Yes. So, do you think that Needle might be near there?
Maybe Needle's in a crypt.
I'm putting Needle down on our list of allies here.
I've seen enough.
He said it was stone walls as well, which fits
And dark.
Ravenloft.
Yeah. Dark there.
We must
Could we
save
take
him.
a quick 5?
Yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break. Stop the sound. Oh, cool. Awesome. We had a bit of a hype train happen in the chat while that was going on, which is why Needle ended up showing up.
Wow.
Hype train.
I
Hype
can't
train.
believe we've been encountering Needle for so long, but we've only just started getting clues as to helping him or
Yeah.
Also,
And he went from sort of just a mysterious, almost godlike figure to someone that is in trouble.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I could use divination to find out more. It's a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity, which is so vague. I don't know if that is like gonna give enough detail. I've also been looking through and seeing if I can like locate people, but I think I can only locate plants, beasts, and items. I can't locate people. I guess you could, like, if someone always had a specific item on their person, you could potentially use it that way, but
do you guys remember much about Needle's history before Curse of Strahd? Because he was in our Lost Mine playthrough as well.
no.
So he had been cursed to sell basically cursed items. He'd always wanted to be a salesman, a wandering salesman, and he had been cursed to sell these cursed items, which is where you got like the Ring of Invisi and a few other bits that you used in the last campaign as well.
Put that on our list of allies. Ring of Invisi. I'm gonna just keep spamming it on and off my finger.
Yes.
And
Give me the ring, Brian.
and so to see Needle here in
Here, you have it.
so to see Needle here in Barovia is interesting as well, because it's not easy to come and go from Barovia. But he's also seemed to be cursed to do something else this time, which is spin this wheel for you guys.
So mysterious.
Also, we've had 2 gifted subs. So NZ Waffles gifted a sub, and so did Operative Peanut. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully the people that receive those get to enjoy the subscription. Get them to jump into our Discord and join in the sub only channels, and join us in there. That's always fun. There's there you go. A couple of Discord links there. I'm liking this. This was interesting because I didn't really know where we were really going to be going this session. So I think this is a really good planning session for the next, the next act, I guess. I'm still not 100% sure how we want to play this, and we might have a bit more of an understanding once we reach the end of tonight's session.
I wonder if a good goal is like at the end of this we know who are the factions we want to reach out to, and then we can like play through that.
Okay, that'd be a good idea. Because to build any sort of army, it's going to take time. You already know that this Revenant army is going to take a couple of weeks, so this is could be a good chance for us to find a fun way to play through a few weeks quickly, enabling people to read books or practice on things or train people or talk to people and bring people on board. Maybe even do quick side stories if people want to do things like talk to the werewolves or find this wizard guy. Like finding fun, quick ways to do the next 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still lots of little bits and pieces that can be unveiled, I guess, between here and the end of the campaign.
Yeah, there's so many different bits when you start to catalog them out, and you're like, lots of threads.
Impressive list of like allies and items and stuff, though.
Yeah, I've put Gertruda.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we need to
Gertruda.
save Gertruda. That's who Esmeralda was trying to save.
Oh, was she? That's right.
Yeah.
She broke into Strahd's castle, but Gertruda, she's like fawning over Strahd.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
So she's probably like a willing victim.
Do you remember who
Right.
Gertruda
Right.
is?
Sheesh, I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
It's the son of Mad Mary, daughter of
the
Mad Mary.
daughter.
That's right. That's right.
Of course.
Chuck her on the allies list. Hey,
She's a
get
bit
Mad
of a
Mary on there.
Strahd sim.
Stole
Oh
her dog.
yeah. Imagine Mad Mary riding a giant spider.
See, that sounds
I'll
fantastic.
get her in with the spider crew. Like, you don't really fit in with the other armies. You know, you're in the spider contingent. Don't be scared. They're lovely.
Yeah, she wouldn't be scared. She's too crazy. She's too mad. She'd just be like, "This is
She's been
fantastic."
crying the whole time.
The spiders are scared of her.
I mean, that's
Yeah, they're like,
terrifying.
Oh, she's such a bummer.
The
Please don't
image
add
of
her.
just like this elderly crying woman on the back of a spider is that's terrifying.
Imagine if we just got stuck in that room that whole time. We've never gotten out of Mad Mary's or Gertruda's room.
You're still
She's
in there.
locked in.
Sounds like something we'd do.
Yeah.
I've been looking through my spells trying to figure out if I have something that can help Needle. I wonder if scrying would be useful. It's a 5th level spell. That means you can see or hear a creature you choose that's on the same plane of existence as you. Now, I don't know if he is on the same plane of existence, but it's basically you can psychically see their location. They can try to block it if they don't want to be seen, but I'm guessing he would want to be found.
That sounds perfect.
But it's like, well, what if I just see like the inside of a cavern or tomb, and it's like, well, I've learned nothing. That was a 5th level spell slot.
If you see that, then you know that we're on the same plane as him at least.
Yeah, just
I
do it
don't know
before
if
a
it
long
works.
rest, you know?
Yeah, no, but it also is one of those because it's very powerful. It consumes 1,000 GP worth of.
How much GP
Oh,
do you
actually,
guys
no,
have now?
doesn't consume it. I'll tell you what its component is. You need a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror.
Don't you have
or
a crystal
phone.
ball?
Yeah, but remember it was a prank.
No,
She was
no,
like,
didn't you?
"Ah,
Didn't you?
this is... No, I gave it to
You
the
gave it to
Zombo.
Brian.
Put that on our list. Put that on our list.
Okay.
We've got a crystal ball. We literally have a crystal ball. This is amazing.
You used it for one of your divinations and then it's never come back out.
Yeah. Well,
This old piece of junk. Stratohovius.
It was involved, but I just didn't say it out loud.
I'm writing down actual
Let me
crystal ball.
add that to
yeah.
my inventory
It
right
did start
now.
as just that glass ball from the Death House.
Yeah. And then we got it upgraded. I'm going to add that to my inventory.
All right.
Cloven.
Very good.
Yes. Okay.
Adam, I think your
Cloven's-
your microphone's boosted a little bit now.
What? Mine?
Yeah,
It's nice and clear, though.
it is clear. It's just a little
Oh,
loud
dear.
compared to everyone else.
Oh, well. God, Turn yourself up. Turn yourself down.
Yeah.
God, what do you people want from me?
Turn it up and down at the same time. God. Let's get back into this just so we can wrap up our planning. By the way, also,
Zombies? I haven't written down zombies.
Waffles did just want
I
to
have-
remind us all that we're all amazing people. Glad that we're feeling better,
Aw.
and Mondays are better when we're streaming. So thank you so much,
Oh,
Waffles.
it's very kind.
It's very, very good.
That's very awesome.
Yeah. We're almost back to 100% AJO. It's taken its toll.
No,
Fucking COVID.
I'm
man, it
really not.
sucks.
I'm not even back to 50%.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad time.
Like 70. I'm feeling better. A little better. All right.
I'm at a solid 65.
Great callback.
That is
That's a
Masterful.
niche one for the loyal.
Deep
Only the
cut.
loyal will get that one.
I don't even get that one.
That's how niche it is.
No, that was a test and you passed. Not you.
Is this
John didn't pass.
is a Call of Cthulhu
Yeah.
charisma
Appearance.
sort of
Appearance.
Attractiveness.
Yeah.
Solid 65.
What was the actor who we decided was the epitome of the solid? Oh no, he's a tennis player.
Wasn't it some yeah, I think it was a tennis
the
player.
Andre Agassi.
I don't
No,
remember.
it wasn't
No,
Raphael
Might have been
Nadal.
Pete Sampras.
Oh, my no, it was Pete Sampras.
I don't even know any of the, I know the names. I don't know what they look like.
Unsurprisingly, the reference to Pete Sampras came from me. As someone who we were looking to kind of baseline like attractiveness, like somewhere just above average. And we landed on Pete Sampras. That could be a great bit of merch for the merch store. I'm a solid 65.
That's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, we're back in Argynvost's quarters, laying out all of the different items and allies. And Needles just sort of disappeared with and left now with Morley's dagger. Very surprising moment there. Especially that time had kind of it didn't pause in the same way as previously.
I'm very disturbed. We must help him.
But how? How do we even
How do we
find him?
find him? Well, perhaps one of my magical spells could aid us.
But it sounds
And
like
this
it'd be
this thing, I'm going to flourish this crystal ball that I totally remembered I've had this whole time. This
It
priceless
didn't even come up
artifact.
in the inventory. Custom item
I
3
hold
came
it
up,
in
but
very-
not this focus.
That must have been what custom item 3 was. I treasure it more than anything else in my possession. I think of it every moment of my day. This crystal ball could be the focus that leads us to Needles. So I'll do that tomorrow.
Have you used all your magic spell slots?
I need a long rest to prepare the spell.
Oh, you need to prepare it. Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have a 5th level and a 3rd level spell slot, but I don't need to use them until midnight to stabilize my skeleton friends. Yeah, so we've got actual crystal ball, zombies, and Slimer. Don't know if you remember Slimer.
It's been a while.
Can help us.
absolutely stink. What was it? Stinker?
Stancor.
Stancor, thank you. Stancor. And also, I've written down Petrina's Archmage Spellbook.
Have you guys
I
still
don't know
got that, or
what's in
did you hand that back to Petrina? I think you guys
Oh.
still got it, right?
Potentially.
So she may be a powerful mage of her own right.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a look in there. And I've also written down 5,300 gold, and I don't know if that is still accurate.
And did you put your cloak on there and all the wonderful things it contains? That are for the enrichment of the group at large and not simply yourself, Brian?
Well, it's keeping me
What was
warm and
2 dogs and a ladder?
That
two
could be
dogs in the ladder.
pivotal
Yeah.
thing. That could be the pivotal thing that wins us the fight.
I hope so.
Strahd's on a balcony that we can't reach. Get the ladder. He never would have suspected this.
So,
It's in the dogs up.
One dog is not enough, but two, surely.
He's weak to 2 dogs. Write that down.
All right, so
The other
let's-
group, the other group is the Church of the Morning Lord. I would like to recruit some holy warriors from
Oh,
them.
yes. You can
That is a
lead
good
group of
idea.
Religious fanatics.
Oh,
With your
okay.
charisma, Bill, you can do anything you please.
What would you want from that group, John? What's your ideal vision from that group?
I imagine that they're probably, if any of them are able to channel the divine, they would help support the main army, because I can't, like, if they're all clergy folk, I can't imagine that they're the best in close quarters combat, but I would hope that they could somehow support the rest of the crew.
So ideally,
with
maybe
blessings or
so.
something, you know.
Obviously, the priest from Vallaki would be someone you'd want to kick that off with, right? Is that what you're thinking? And trying to
Yeah. I'd chat to Father Lucian and, like, is there anything we can do with? We don't want to move the bones, but we do want to distill their essence and use it to protect the group.
Okay,
Create
okay.
some kind of broth, some kind of healing broth.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. Keep that, either write that down somewhere or keep that in mind, because I think that would be a great direction for John, for Bill, especially with his belief in the Morning Lord.
We need to start a to-do list as well, as now we've got all these lists.
Well, I think that'd be a great idea. I think what we need to do by the end of this session, it'd be great if we could have an idea of what everybody wants in a form of an army, and how or what needs to happen to make that occur. So there definitely needs to be, so for Bill, obviously a conversation with the priest, recruitment of any of the clergy, and maybe even training others up in the holy ways, basically. It's just a small holy army. You've also got the grave digger boy? Milivich. Okay, cool. So then we've got the Revenants, which is going to take a few weeks. Is there anything else that could be added to that? You mentioned Exothanta. Would he be part of that army, or?
Yeah, I guess he will show up when he's really needed.
Right. So you don't think he'd be there until the right moment in your mind?
Yeah, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's up to you. This is purely up to you. This is.
I imagine that he can just
He said
appear.
to just call on him, right?
Yeah, if I
He
rub
said
his
to be
finger,
human. Yeah.
pull his finger, he'll appear.
I have a question about his finger.
Yeah.
When it's in your pocket, do you ever find yourself awkwardly locking your fingers with it?
Oh,
Like
just
you're almost out holding a hand that's just not quite there?
I don't know what it is. I forget that it's in there, and I'm just fiddling with this. And then
Fiddling
before
with
I
his finger.
realize
He's
that
gonna think you're flirting with him.
oh, it's the finger. Yeah.
You reach in to find your keys and you're like, find yourself locking fingers with Exothanta.
It's like, did you
Yeah.
need
You're
something,
like,
Baron?
Pinky
Well, that was the
promises.
one time I promised to show up. I'm glad it was useful. Goodbye forever now.
Oh, hey, by the way, I do have these. This is my patches. I thought I'd written bag of gluten, but no, it's bag of GP. Iron door. Although the iron door was used, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly. The wooden ladder.
Yes.
A riding horse. A pit. A pit.
Pit.
Like a mosh pit.
Yeah, or like I imagine it's like
That's cool.
Just
Like
hole,
a pit
just
trap.
a big hole.
yeah, a portable
Throw it
hole.
down on the ground and they run into it. How does it? I wonder how deep the pit trap is.
What's that like? Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, very much like and a rowboat,
Ooh,
That'll come in handy.
a spell scroll of Moonbeam,
hell yes.
Ooh.
and 2 mastiffs, I guess.
2 dogs and a
2.
ladder.
It's just his mastiffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, before we go to bed, or have our nap, because we're all very tired, should we think about where we want to go next?
Well, I would be wanting to talk to Davian and his lad about recruiting the Raven folk to fight under the banner of our new order. Let's not call it New Order. But
Ooh, what should we call it? What's our order called?
Yeah. New. What should we call it?
The Anti-Strahd Coalition.
That's to the point.
ASC.
Oh yeah, if it could be a cool acronym. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Or initialism, in that case.
oh, here we go.
Ooh,
A
different.
it could be a palindrome, couldn't it?
Oh,
Because an acronym, it makes a word, or an initialism is just letters.
you've lost me.
So AST is an initialism. But if it was ASK,
Okay, no,
it would be
we want that
This
one.
is riveting.
Yeah, so if we can think of something anti-Strahd strikers, and it could be like ass.
Yeah,
But
ass.
you know, we'll do something cooler than that.
Hard to
Anti-Strahd
imagine
strike
something
force.
cooler than that.
That's true.
The ass
Well,
club.
think that's our homework is to come up with.
Yeah, yeah.
Order of the
a
ass.
name.
I tell you what, Godfrey, bloody Vladimir, everywhere.
Anti-Strahd squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Morley, so you want to talk to the Raven folk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
cool.
want to walk into a pub and go, join me and the Order of the Ass. It's going to be a tough sell.
We could call ourselves Joy Division. Should be like the offshoot. New order. Sorry. Got a snort.
And so it would just be the Raven folk. Is there someone that you would want in charge of that, or would it be yourself, Morley, or is this what Irina would be in charge of, or is Irina just rallying like Valakians?
Yeah, I think, well, this is my opinion anyway. But
You're gonna. By the way,
would-
you're gonna hate me, Adam. Could you just turn your microphone up a little bit?
Oh my God. You are unbelievable. I would imagine that I would command the force of the Raven folk. The great irony, of course, is that I can't fly at all, and they all can. So it's going to be very much like calling in an airstrike. And then I would imagine that Irina could get like essentially the people of Barovia, all peoples of Barovia, of fighting age. She could kind of command them. I think the story's all just primed for her as the burgomaster in waiting after her brother's absolutely shat the bed on his duties. Let's get some new blood.
Aw.
And if anyone was shitting the bed, it would be him.
Yeah.
And he'd be proud.
He'd be better off just being a carpenter.
Oh, excuse me. I'm shitting the bed again.
Okay, cool. So we've got Army of the Undead. We've got a clergy army or a holy army. We've got the Raven folk. We've got the people, just the power of the people, led by Greg. And what was Irina? Sorry, by Irina. And American. Let's talk about the army you're wanting to put together.
I've just realised I've forgotten a completely vital thing that is like, oh, by the way, my character has pledged this to be like the most important thing to her, but I forgot until now. The elves that were massacred. I think
Oh,
you should
yeah.
probably want to like them to be
Oh, the Dark
involved.
Elves.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I'm like, oh, that's the group my character has the most kinship to, and I completely forgot about them until now because I was fixating on spiders.
What? Are they alive?
Yeah, they're all guarding
The
the
boys are.
the
I
starting.
mean, none of the women are.
Yeah, but I just thought there was a couple of them. Is there?
There's only a few. There's just a few, but they basically are in servitude to the Vistani.
Okay.
Okay, what about this epic plan? Is I rally the giant spiders in my service and we go liberate them and form a group contingent of dark elves and spiders.
Fuck, maybe that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Break the wheel.
Savid will be waiting for you.
Sous vide.
Honestly, that group.
Savid needs to up his game.
When you walk in, that group of male dark elves who haven't seen a female dark elf in decades, they will run through brick walls for you.
Yeah.
That's true. This is good.
Here's the plan, guys. Here's the plan. Get on top of these giant spiders.
Be like, yeah.
They look a bit pensive. Or, really? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay.
Reagan's like, roll persuasion. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. They will do it. You rolled a 1. They're doing it. They're absolutely doing it. Okay, so I think there's a lot of really good stuff for us to focus on over the next probably few sessions, and I think the best way to do this is that we find a means to expedite the next 2 weeks of in-game time, and that's going to involve a lot of little stories, a lot of branching off and doing a lot of these little things to help build these armies and figuring out a satisfying means to understand the strengths of these armies as well. So I'm going to have to do some prep on my side to figure out the best way to build armies that seems fair, that seems like you're not just like 1d20 and it's like, oh, you rolled a 3. Well, you've got a shitty army. I don't want that kind of thing. I want to be able to figure out the best way to build up these armies. I'll have to do some research and stuff.
That's good of you.
As well. It's like, you liberate the dark elves. You rolled a 1. They're terrible. They keep falling off the spiders.
Yeah.
But
the good news is every other party member has rolled a 20. So you're the only one letting down the entire team with your crappy army.
Your spiders are going in the wrong direction.
Oh, God.
The spiders are eating the dark elves. This is a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, the dark elves are eating the spiders. I didn't see that one coming.
So I guess the question is, if you were all your characters are in this room, you've all started talking about all of these different plans, really building up this excitement, this belief that this is it. This is how Strahd is going to be taken down by this building of this army, and the rest of the plans will come over the next 2 weeks as this army is accrued. You all stop for a minute. Who's the first, or what is the direction for the starting of this army? What is the next step?
Spiders. They're close by.
Yeah.
And then
Spiders are right there.
And then just looking at my clergy or crow people.
We could have some of these playing out simultaneously as the various
Absolutely.
people
Absolutely.
go and split off.
Yeah,
to
I'm
have their
thinking
moments.
we might need to go and kind of split the party to recruit and then assemble.
Yeah. And possibly bring some people back to our stronghold for
The windmill.
training. The windmill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can work on the kombucha business if we have some spare time.
Morley won't be back for months and months. Where is he? Oh, sorry, I got tied up in these bloody strategy meetings and bloody marketing. And
Yeah.
I was doing an in-store display down at the bloody Blue Dragon.
Yeah. We're building an app for
It's really hard to break into the market.
At this point, you guys have spent
Proposition.
hours sort of talking through this plan, and it's starting to get even darker outside. The rain not stopping, and this is where you might want to call it a night. Is there anything you'd want to do before wrapping up? It's probably only 8 o'clock, so if you were going to, if you some things you wanted to do, but as well as get a long rest, you've got plenty of time for that.
I'll have to
Well-
maintain my skeletons then if it's getting that late. 'Cause
Sure. Morley, you said you've got your book, so you'd be. I reckon you'd be able to get another 4 hours into that. How many have you written down? How many hours you've put in?
4.
So that's another 4, so 8 total now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're about 2/3 of the way through the book at this point.
Oh, maybe I'll even finish it before the campaign ends. That'd be a treat.
Well, I mean, like we're going to be skipping through 2 weeks, so you will absolutely have time.
Nail it.
Yeah, you will have time to finish that book. American,
yeah,
anything?
it's a bunch of spells I'm trying to learn, so I'll write which ones they are.
Yeah, again, over that 2 weeks, you're going to be able to fill out quite a few spells. American, anything you want to do before calling it a night?
American's gonna take a stroll around as much of the castle as she can, and look for just looking at everything and seeing if there's anything that we could use, such as items or discovering areas that would be useful to aid us. Using the odd spell cantrip of mold earth to clear out dust and just thinking forward to like what this will be like if we have a bunch of an army here, how we can make this fortress work for us.
Okay, we'll say that you spend a wee while sort of making your way around different parts of the castle. It's not completely safe. You know, there's an occasional bat that will like fly in and sort of swing around, and you'll manage to take it out of the air with relative ease. I'm just having a quick look because there's, like I said, this is not a hugely safe place. There's a lots of. I'd say that there are certain parts of this castle that Godfrey would have probably told you to just stay away from, just purely for a safety point of view, which is he specifically points out the northern side of the second floor as a place to stay away from.
Does he say why?
It's basically, let's have a quick look. They're basically traps with phantom warriors set to kill anybody that steps foot in certain areas. And you'll remember that when you had peepers fly around...
I'll start nailing up signs like, do not go in here.
When you had peepers flying around, he saw a couple of phantom warriors on the top of Argynvost Holt as well.
Gosh, we need to recruit these as well.
I remember them, and they had they could shoot.
Yes, they could.
Oh, that's right.
We need to get them on side.
I'm trying to find, because I'm sure that there is probably some goodies in here.
Goodies.
Somewhere. Just flicking through all the different things. Maybe not. Maybe there's only goodies in the parts you're not allowed to go into.
Oh, what? If there's goodies, I want them.
Unless you want to risk...
American dies.
death.
I don't want to
Unless,
risk death.
okay,
I
roll
don't wanna
initiative. All right, here we go. We're going to end with rolling initiative. No. There's
Okay,
nothing...
Add this to the to-do list, Brian.
I can probably give you a bit of an... if you want to ask about certain parts as you make your way out of this castle tomorrow, we can go over what American found, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Anything else before calling it a night?
Bill?
Bill?
I'm just gonna urge the party. Let's all take the evening, sleep on it, and come up with a better name for this coalition than us.
That's time well spent. May not seem like it, but I think it's valuable.
Yeah, a bit of a branding exercise, do you think?
That'll be key
Recruitment.
to
Some
our
paper.
recruitment. Yeah.
And if there's nothing else, you'll find different corners of the room to bed down in. And the despite that constant flashing from the beacon, it doesn't disturb you. It only gives you more peace as you slowly drift off to sleep. In the morning, you wake up feeling very, very refreshed after having been exhausted for the last day and a half. And you all level up to level 11.
Oh, time to get my
Really?
money back. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Do we want to do that before we wrap up the session, or do we want to?
Well, we might as well.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do
So
it.
I stayed in the non-fart hut. In the... All right.
Let's bring up
11. I don't think I'd ever get to level 11.
This is bringing back
That was-
Argen Vostol
11s.
was a big thing.
You never thought
Oh,
you'd
okay.
get to level 11 out of a possible 20 levels. You thought you'd
I
top
did,
out
honestly,
at
I
level
thought
10.
I thought we'd max out at 10 to them.
Did
to
you?
the max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ambitious chap.
There's no way we'll ever get to 12.
Surprise, surprise! You also level up to 12.
That'd be great.
Reverse.
All right,
psychology.
I'm going to start with who's first on my screen here, which is American. So let's take a look at the druid leveling up. Actually, I might
Well,
even
it
go
must be something good because I didn't get much at 10. I got like a new spell slot and not much else.
back. Well, you don't get much by the looks of things.
Yeah.
You get a
What?
you get a level 6 spell,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
I think that's it.
What? There surely must be more.
I think
Probably
that
not.
is. I think that's it.
Bullcrib.
Yeah, I never wanted to
although-
become level 11. There's nothing else.
Obviously, you get more
Actual
HP. You get to either roll or take the
I
average.
get more
Whatever you did,
HP.
you get more HP. But I don't think
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
any. I
Ooh.
don't think there's anything
And
else.
then like my sort of more passive things
There's nothing else even on
that
your
will
passive.
just level up, like
thing.
getting more.
There's no ability score. On the 12th, you'll get an
Yeah.
ability
But
We
some of my
definitely-
abilities are
definitely-
like, it's like you. Like some of my abilities are like, oh, your level in half rounded up, so those should go up, right? Oh wait,
Nothing goes up. You've got
Yeah,
you get an
it's
extra
rounded up,
level
so
6 spell. You get more HP, and that's it. So,
no, but I'm
I mean,
saying like
this
some of
is
the
a
things
biggie
that are
though, you know,
based
that's
on,
all I
on
get.
level.
wait, sorry, Joe. What was that?
No, some of the things that are based on levels will go up because it's your
What do you mean? What's
Oh.
based
your
on
level divided by 2 and then rounded up. So like
Some of your
how
spells
many
damage.
spell slots I read.
Like your
Yeah,
spell
like,
DC
How
and
much
if I
stuff.
stuff you can
regain-
summon
Does it
I
get,
was
does it get
talking
rounded up
about,
or does it get
like-
rounded down?
down.
It's
Yeah, I think it gets
as
rounded
for
down,
like
doesn't it?
short rest, I gain more spell slots because it's rounded up,
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
and I think, yeah, that's one of the things. It might affect the wild amount of hours in wild shape as well, or something. But yeah, not much then, huh?
No, not this level up, unfortunately.
It's,
But
although
to be
it, like
fair,
it doesn't sound like much, but when you say one level 6 spell slot, that means like heaps more spells I have access
that's
to.
true. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I'm pretty keen to understand. Maybe next session.
So let's
which
have a look at
level
them.
6 spell. Have a look at those. We'll move on to the rogue.
Yeah.
Adam, you get your sneak attack goes up to 6d6, and you get reliable talent. So
Yeah.
by 11th level, you've refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 of roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So you can't roll lower than a 10.
Shit.
Yeah, that's the roll.
Whoa.
So, oof, look out.
That's pretty good.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
reliable, Mr. Reliable.
Uh-uh.
It's certainly been my vibe.
I would
the
like to
whole
have
time.
that.
And now you're an arcane
Mr. Stable.
you're an arcane trickster as well, right?
Yes.
So you also get a new spell. So instead of knowing 7 spells, you now know 8. So you get to add a new spell to your list.
Cool. Legit cool. Like I sounded so good. That is good. Does it have to be from any particular school? Because sometimes I like have to stick within a very prescribed school, and then I get like 1 or 2 outside of that.
I know that a lot of yours have to be wizard spells, right?
Yeah.
The spells
best
you learn. The spells you learn at 8th, 14th, and 20th level can come from any school of magic. But so this one must be another wizard spell.
Great.
Each of these spells must be again. Was it a actually excited one or no?
That was not.
Okay, so it's got to be an enchantment or illusion spell.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's schools of wizards.
Yeah.
Wizard schools.
Pretty.
Enchantment or what?
Enchantment or illusion spell of your choice.
Illusion.
I've been trying to dodge prestidigitation since we started playing, but it looks like I'm going to be down to prestidigitation.
But do you get a higher spell slot?
He still has the same number of spell slots. So he's got 4 level 1 and 3 level 2.
Oh.
So you could pick another level 2 illusion or whatever wizarding spell. If there's
Yes,
something
I
good.
could, couldn't I?
Okay.
Maybe I can change a rock. Maybe I can change a rock from grey into darker grey.
Well, I don't think Morley levels up. I think everybody else.
Hey, I get some ability score increases.
That's pretty
too.
good. That is cool.
Yeah. So I'll whack another
Really?
one on Dex.
You get
wait,
an ability score increase.
No, you,
Yeah.
do you?
Yes, I do. I just did it in Beyond
2000.
D&D Beyond, and it said
I don't
pick
get
2
that.
ability increases. Unless these were lagging, I never did
2?
them 10.
I think
Oh my
level
God,
10.
it must
Level
be
10.
lagging.
Level 10 and level 8 enabled you to do those. So maybe you just didn't do
What?
those.
Oh,
Oh,
what a punisher.
oh,
The noises,
that's painful.
guys.
So if you go into your edit character on D&D Beyond, it should have
Yeah.
things that you haven't previously
Yeah.
selected.
And it had, like, hey, you need to pick 2 abilities to level up.
Okay, well, that could have been handy previously.
Yeah, I got him now.
Joe, are you the same? Are you
No, I'm
oh,
just
no.
in shock.
Oh, right.
I'm in
Just
shock at
groaning.
Morley's misfortune.
Okay.
I'm in
Um,
awe.
Let's move on to the Bard. Bill the Bard.
So I get a new spell, 6th level. There's some pretty cool stuff here.
You get a new
Um,
spell known as well. You get 15 instead of 14.
Yeah. So a level 6 spell slot, and I probably will pick a level 6 spell, and I get to swap a spell, an old spell if I want to as well. There's some cool stuff in here, like True Seeing, which lets you see invisible things,
Ooh.
or secret doors hidden by magic, or in seeing into the ethereal plane. Programmed Illusion.
Ooh.
What's
So it's like
programmed?
a illusion that does stuff that you
Cool.
tell it to. Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
Break that one out.
a based one.
So you basically make a creature shuck and jive until you lose concentration on it,
Okay.
and it gets a bunch of disadvantages while it's doing that, which seems pretty awesome and very flavorful.
What did you say?
Um,
It makes them jive.
Shuck and jive.
Shuck. And
They do the
jive.
mashed potato.
It's a dance. It's old timey slang for dancing.
Shuck. Okay.
Shuck and jive. Mass suggestion is another option.
Oh, cool.
There's basically like a bunch of cool spells. for me to
Yeah.
And
think
that's it. Just the extra. I think that seems to be.
about. Just Otto's Irresistible Dance.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
I do want to see that one be
I-
busted out.
I'm looking at my 6th level spells, and some of these are crazy as well.
We'll come back to that really soon. We'll just go over to Baron, level 11. What do we got for you? We've got
Well,
sixth level spell.
I get access to level 6 spells as well.
And I
So
think, and is anything else on top of that, or is that?
no, but that's
Okay.
probably the best thing you can do as a wizard, or
Yeah, for sure.
get a new level of spell. So
Especially since you've got a lot of spell books in your hands at this point.
yes, but also, I mean, I don't know if they have any level 6 spells. Like there's I can now do
True.
create undead, or I can
What's
choose
create
3
up here?
corpses near me, and turn them into ghouls.
Oh shit, that's cool. That's
try and-
cool.
It's really cool.
Ugh.
I don't know. I don't know what they are, but there's like cool names like Disintegrate, Draumagees, Instant Summons, Eye Bite, Flesh to Stone, Freezing Sphere.
Did you say
Okay.
eye bite?
Yes.
That
Glo-
sounds horrible.
Yes, it does. Ew. Globe of Invulnerability, Guards and Wards. There's Instant Summons. There's heaps of shit.
That sounds
Some
cool.
Investitures, Magic Jar.
Magic. We already got a
Magic
magic
jar.
flavors of a jug.
We got Jar and Jug together, double teaming, double fisting.
Let's
Isn't
not
that
talk
what you
about
said?
Vlad.
You've got
Let's
two
not talk
drinks?
about Vlad and Godfrey.
Is that a drinking thing? Is it? Mass suggestion. Mental prison. I'm in one
Oh
right now.
damn, that sounds cool.
Move Earth.
Oh,
Oh, there we go, American.
Hey, sounds sexy.
Oh, how dare you?
Maybe
Finally,
it's better.
finally, the wizard's spellcasting prowess is caught up to the druid's cantrip.
This
Oh.
is not good. This is not good.
Also got Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Ah,
How is it that I don't have that one about moving lots of earth? That's
Move
just rude.
Earth. Oh, it's got a like a.
I don't
digger.
have that.
it's just a
What does
digger.
it even do?
It's just a
Choose an
digger that
area
shows up.
of terrain. Takes one action. Range 120 feet. Lasts up to 2 hours. Choose an area of terrain no larger than 40 feet on each side. You can reshape dirt, sand, or clay in the area in any manner you choose for the duration. You can raise or lower the
Oh,
area's
wow.
elevation. Create or fill a trench. Erect or flatten a wall. Form a pillar, etc., etc.
Damn, that's all right.
Cool.
American could just do that in about 8 minutes.
It's true. Because this takes 1 minute. Oh, no, it's one action. Yeah.
American, what's some of the spells you're looking at there for your 6th level?
We've got so many cool ones, but as per usual with the druid, a lot of them are very niche, which means if you choose to prepare it, it probably won't come in handy. But I can turn people into wisps of cloud,
Oh.
so that's
Ah.
cool. And they just basically become like cloud spirits,
Just
and they
turn
just
Greg
like
into a
whip
cloud
around in the sky. That's crazy. I don't know.
yeah.
Do they want to do that, or is
Voluntarily?
that like something you do to them even if they don't want?
It's a willing creature.
Oh.
And so it turns us into like the gas squad.
Oh,
So that's crazy and weird.
gas
It'd be good
squad.
for escaping, I think. It just basically turns you into like really fast clouds that can race through the sky.
That's
Only
that
one
weird?
person, right? Per casting?
No. Me
Oh.
and up to 10 willing creatures I can
Oh,
see.
shit. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's just like this would be like the perfect thing to escape from something with.
That's actually
Yes.
pretty cool.
Is it one
Crazy.
action?
And are you
Yeah,
invulnerable during that?
oh, it takes a whole minute to cast.
Oh, shit. Right.
Like there's so
So
many
you can't-
random,
that's-
very specific things.
So 10 rounds of combat you'd have to survive while preparing that.
Yeah.
So it's to get in somewhere, but not to get out.
True. Strahd won't be a fan of the fact that I just learned Sunbeam.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Fuck, that's
oh,
pretty
you
good.
got Sunbeam. I was just reading that. Shit, we could both Sunbeam.
no, I do
things.
have. I do have Move Earth. I was
oh,
wrong.
there we go.
Okay, hello.
Way better than
Alright.
Sunbeam. Don't
And
get
also-
Sunbeam. Get Move Earth.
Never mind. I also have Hero's Feast, which is like just making a delicious feast that makes everyone cured of all diseases.
Yes.
Oh,
Stuff.
wow.
It's pretty cool. It like buffs everyone for 24 hours with all these different things.
Hand that out when you guys
We should
finally
have that
leave
before we go
Barovia.
into battle.
Oh, okay. Well, that.
It increases your hit point maximum by 2d10.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Good.
No, it's like
That's
bunch
actually
of
really
temporary
good.
HP. And it says you can feed up to 12 creatures. So is a person a creature?
I think so.
Oh, so that changes things because I was saying I can't find people, but I have locate creatures, so that means I can find people.
Is creatures just a catch-all term?
That's important
People
to
are-
know.
people are
Creatures. Yeah.
definitely a creature. There's definitely some people I know who are
okay.
creatures.
I did a comedy show
Yeah.
once with a guy who the reviewer described as a disgusting, creepy creature. In the review.
So
The review.
So creatures are
Wow, that's rough.
creatures incorporate aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, giants, humanoids, monstrosities, ooze, plant, or
Wow.
undead. So basically,
Or even
Oh,
ooze.
wow.
just if it exists,
That's really good to know.
If it exists,
It's like sentient or
findable.
sapient.
So not a plant, basically.
No, it even had plant. If it's a plant creature,
That's, oh no, but it wouldn't include plants, just a plant creature.
right, right, yeah, true,
What?
true. It's a living
Okay,
thing.
so that's really good to know.
If you wanted to find a
got more
specific
spells, but I'll-
plant, I mean, sure, why not?
No, I have a specific spell for that. You see, that's why I was saying it
right,
must be
right.
different.
Oh,
Um,
fine.
I
Spot
have more
plant.
spells, but I'll just say there's one that I just will give a final mention to, which I think sounds awesome and brutal. Is you can turn. It's called flesh to stone, and so you turn people into stone, and if you smash them while they're stone, and it comes back to being a person, it still remains smashed. Like, so
Whoa.
you smash
Oh,
off their
damn.
arm, they come back as a person with no arm.
That's good.
That is
Which
cool.
is
That-
Medusa.
awesome.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
yeah,
Oh, finish him.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I
That
just
could
found
be an
a-
interesting one.
a spell called Tensor's Transformation, and it can turn me into a total Chad. So I can
Watch
do
out,
this.
Phil.
I can do the spell until the spell ends. You can't cast spells.
What?
Yeah, so I lose the ability to cast spells, but I get 50 temporary hit points. I have advantage on attack rolls
Oh, whoa.
with simple and martial weapons. When I hit a target with a weapon attack, the target takes an extra 2d12 force damage.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
So it turns you
proficiency
into-
with all armor, shields, weapons, simple weapons, martial weapons. Yeah, proficiency in strength and constitution saving throws. You can attack twice instead of once.
If you
when you
ever,
attack.
Wow.
if you
action
ever
or you-
use this spell, I'm just going to flavor it that you turn into Loris.
I'm not going to use it then. Why would you do that? I'll be like this big smelly.
Yeah.
You do. That is Chad mode. It's
Yeah.
like
And yeah, it's like it
Just-
turns you into a
Yeah.
fighter class.
I just want
It's like
like my
Gohan
shirt to
used
rip
to.
open like, like
Yeah, yeah.
one grows big pecs and abs
Yeah.
like Hulk
just like
mode.
Loris.
Yeah, just like Loris. Just a
It's
shorter
like
version.
rubbing shit all over my
No,
chest.
it's canon that Loris has a dad bod, remember?
That's
So,
right. That's
Okay,
right.
true,
Good
yeah,
point. Good point.
Not a Chad bod.
yeah.
All right.
What a cool spell.
I reckon we call it there. Are we all comfortable with that?
Yeah, we've got lots of schemes to plot.
You do. You have a lot of schemes. I'm excited. I'm excited for next week. I think I think the next few sessions should be really, really awesome. Really awesome. I got to do a lot of prep on figuring out how the best way and most meaningful way to recruit and build armies is.
What was your book, John?
I was like, yeah,
What?
you had that siege one or something. Eh?
Yeah.
Something about
Stronghold?
Strongholds and followers. There's another one that he did that's actually like here are all the units for this kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't have that one.
Well, I'm going to have a lot to plan. Now, Adam, you're not available next Monday, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, cool. Cool. I mean, not cool, but I'll accept it.
You get no choice, really. But so.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your application to skip getting Dicey's been denied. Nothing we can do about it.
The good news is it
Severance.
means it gives us some really good things that we can focus on. We can focus on these the spiders. We can focus on maybe even the dark elves, and we can focus on the clergy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then we can worry about the were ravens when you get back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the best way to incorporate everybody during this, so it's not just like American and the spiders. Or Bill and the clergy and stuff like that. So I need to.
We could do it like cooperative storytelling where we go around and propose something of the scenario around.
I would really,
I would play the spiders. No, we don't want to join you. Yes, you do. It's okay.
Yeah, I'd really like to.
Convinced me.
I will join you to my death.
You've twisted my 8 legs.
I would very much. I like the idea of the collaborative storytelling for this being like putting it more on you guys, and I can decide how that might unfold. So, I'll have a think about it and put something together for next week.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool, very very cool. All right, for everyone who is still hanging around after watching us level up, here's our Discord. Come say hi and talk to us about your D&D. There's our YouTube channel for anyone else who wants to see our previous things. And if you want to buy this freaking sweet shirt, which is a very, very cool shirt of the gang, there's a link now up as well.
Not that shirt, like a
you don't get
similar
this
one.
But it's got the little Getty dice
You
on
want
the
a bar.
sleeve
Oh,
as
does
well.
it?
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
And if you join the Discord, jump into TV and movies and take the match the monkey to the movie quiz.
Fantastic. Love it.
And join a Patreon so we can have our snack stream, a long-awaited. Oh, you know what? It can be called the Heroes Feast alternatively. So 20 plus snacks / Heroes Feast.
We might need a rebrand. If we're not going to get 20 people, we might just rename it to the Heroes Feast.
Maybe we can fund our snack stream after we beat the campaign and call it the Heroes Feast.
That's a good idea.
Heroes Fast.
Or we could time it with when you cast Heroes Feast. And then we just stop and we eat the snacks.
Stop playing and eat snacks.
Yeah, but either way, join our. I think we've got a link to our Patreon as well. It's you can give as little as you like, but for $4 a month, you get access to our stuff earlier. If you're not able to watch us live, you get it a week before anyone else. And obviously, if you're a Patreon or if you're a Twitch subscriber, you get access to a couple of extra channels in the Discord. The Supporters Corner, where you guys can just talk to us without the other plebs, just you guys and us. There's also Needle's Wheel, where you can give suggestions for things to put on Needle's Wheel as well for when it rolls. So come and join the Patreon or subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be the same time next Monday.
Yes.
All right?
Yes,
Cool.
we will.
See you all later, everyone.
All right.
And thank you for your continued support. Oh, not thanks for that. That's the worst.
All right, good night, everyone. Thanks for playing, guys. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.